I really thought that motherfucker was finna go up at any moment, because you gotta understand, we wasn't getting the same J-Mane that we normally get, you know what I'm talking about? But I'm glad he ain't crashed out like the people in the comments, the fans want him to do, because what y'all did, who y'all slid for? Y'all ain't sliding for nobody. You just sitting at home with your tough finger saying what the next man should have did. Uncle User TV, what's the map on it? I got half on it. Hey, check. Long story short, the Glizzy and FYBJMANE podcast on Say Cheese TV. I was there, and I walked in at the perfect time, because obviously it was a back and forth, and Glizzy talking about who he got with him, and J-Mane told him, who you got? Your boy right there? I got niggas outside, and you know, the motherfucker tell you that, you halfway believe him until we walked in that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? And now it's getting at what they own. I see other people in here. I don't know who all with who. So when I walk in, my first question is, what J-Mane at? Oh, they back there. So I slide back there. I'm standing behind everybody, listening to the podcast. I'm standing in direct eyesight of everybody though. And Glizzy see me walk in, his eyes get kind of big. And he checking the temperature. He trying to see what I'm on, but understand, seeing what I'm on is a mind game anyway, because I could be smiling and agreeing with you one minute, and the next minute I could be on your head just because he sent this motherfucker up. I'm finna burn it down. But I expect him not to do that, because he on his money, he on his piece, he on his, you know, getting his bag. He doing a favor for a man that threw him a lifeline when nobody else had to. When none of y'all in the comments threw him a lifeline when he was living at my house. Yeah, that was not a whoop. The man was really at my house. So that man threw him a lifeline. He asked him to do him a favor. He done that. He went and sat down with Glizzy like a man, like a grown black man. And these two black men sat down and did a podcast. I'm not gonna act like Glizzy wasn't spicy. He just wasn't all the way spicy. He even apologized for the comments he made about Duck and Mama Duck. You know what I'm saying? He was talking this shit, but at the same time, every time he went too far, J-Mane checked him, even had to end up calling him slow. Like, nigga, that's because you slow. I ain't gonna give away too much of the podcast, because that's that man money he spent on that. So, long story short, it was a good podcast. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of all that, after we walked in, you know, everybody else walked out the room. So I'm trying to peep like where everybody going, what they on. They still up here doing the podcast. And so I take a seat. I'm sitting right here, direct eyesight of everybody. J-Mane demeanor is not the same J-Mane. He really trying to figure out whether he finna go right or go left. He containing himself, and I see it on him. You know what I'm saying? I've been around bro for a little minute, and I can tell that that's not the same J-Mane that we be getting when he be whooping. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of all that, people walk back in. I don't know who y'all with. And now y'all standing behind me. So I stand up, slide to the side, slide to the back. I'm behind all y'all just in case it go up and it's going down. You know what I'm saying? And it was a couple things said. It was a good podcast, man. And then J-Mane did some J-Mane whooping shit and almost made Sean Cotton run up out the building. Sean Cotton got scared in the motherfucker, I'm gonna tell you. Boy eyes got big. He was about to go. It was funny as hell, but watch that podcast. That's a good podcast. Now, out of all the diarrhea at the mouth that Glizzy was having, because that's what it is, he give me powder head vibes. You can tell him I said it, but he give me powder head vibes. I believe he be full of that booger sugar. That's why he talk so much. You know what I'm saying? But out of all the stuff he was saying, some of the stuff did make sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a Charleston White. Them three, FYBJMANE, Glizzy, and Charleston White are the three top internet niggas right now. You know what I'm talking about? So it was a good podcast, and it's worth checking it out. And I even seen Glizzy post the fact that Mama Duck and LBG Duck is off limits to him now, because J-Mane put some respect on his name. He did. He definitely did. J-Mane stood on this shit without crashing out. Y'all can't expect that man to crash out just because that's what y'all want to see. Fuck what you want to see. Go see some money. How about that? Go see some money. That man got a family to feed. He just had a brand new daughter. She just turned 1. You know what I'm saying? Got a son he raising. He ain't finna crash out for y'all. He did a favor for a friend, you know what I'm saying, and got a bag in the end. So hate that, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, yeah, we was in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was not by himself. And yeah, if he was on that type of time, I was on that type of time. But he wasn't on that type of time. He stayed cool. But after the podcast, I could see in his demeanor, he wasn't all the way feeling it. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't all the way feeling it. But at the end of the day, he did what he felt like he should have been doing in his career, in his life, and just what he got going on. So if you hate that, hate yourself. Go put a bullet in your head. You know what I'm saying? Go kill yourself. Because you hating on money, you hating on the man's progress, and you hating on peace. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, the interview is worth checking out. You know what I'm saying? It's worth checking out. It was very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It was entertaining. It was a good back and forth. They had Rainwater quiet. Rainwater ain't never quiet. Rainwater was quiet. I ain't never seen that man that quiet. He was quiet the whole time. You know what I'm talking about? He said a few things, but all in all, he was quiet. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go check that interview out and see if you can figure out the point where we walked in. You know what I'm talking about? Because it was definitely I feel like it was definitely a momentum shift as soon as we walked in there. Because it's like, oh, you ain't believe he had people outside? Yeah, we was back then the whole time, homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we here. You know what I'm saying? To the point where after the interview was over, he was trying to fire everybody else. Y'all smoke? I'm finna roll up. They trying to get him to go out. He like, no, I'm going. I'm getting on the plane. I'm leaving. He was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, yeah, check that interview out, man. It's entertaining. It's entertaining. And just know, Uncle Yizzle was there, like always. Uncle Yizzle TV, it's the math on it. You know the rest.